Hello everyone, and welcome to video 4. In this video we're going to prepare to stand and then do 2 standing exercises which are immediately behind or beside your chair, and I'll talk about those as we get there. So to begin, I'm sitting tall on my chair. I've got my feet flat on the ground. My spine is tall, it's long, but it's easy, so I can easily move from side to side. So take a moment and sway a little bit from side to side, and you can feel that weight shift from one side of your pelvis to the other side of your pelvis. And also a little bit forward and back, a little bit forward and back. So I want to have a sense of ease in the spine. I don't want to be so tall that I'm holding to be there. So I want to be able to relax. And then the same with the arms. I'm going to tend to rest them on my lap, but you can rest them at your side if you like. But they should be relatively loose. So to begin, I'm going to have one leg. It doesn't matter which one you begin with. And I'm going to take a rond de jambe. It's going to reach out in front. It's going to take a round shape, go to the side, and then it's going to sneak on back in from the side. And that'll take 4 counts. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll repeat that, and I'll add the arms. So both same arm, same leg. 1, reach out. 2, make a circle. 3, 4. Other side. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I like to think that I'm in a pool of water and I'm just very calmly tracing the surface of the water with my arms as my leg is making that motion underwater. Then with the same side, so whichever side you started with, that arm is going to swim across. So now I'm in the water, I swim across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll take the other hand and I'll skim the horizon. 5, 6, and as I do so, I'm going to swivel around. 7, 8. So I'm facing sideways in my chair. And then continuing with that water motif, I have one hand on the back of the chair. The other one is going to brush my leg. 1. And then it's going to come back like a gentle wave. 2, 3, 4. And I'll repeat it. 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 3rd time, that reach will go up into the sky and I will rise with it. And I'll use this hand to help support me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll wave. 5, 6, 7, 8. So any kind of wave that you want. I'll swing forward to repeat it. 1, reach. 2, 3, 4. And then I'll wave. 6, 7, 8. I'll have one more swing and reach. 1. I'll gently return to my chair. I've got my hand on the chair as this floats down. My pelvis comes to the chair. 2, 3, 4, and then I'll wave. 5, 6, 7, back to center. 8. I'll start the whole thing again, but I want to go on the second side. So whichever leg you started with, I want to start with the second one. This time the leg is going to go out for the rond de jambe to the side instead of the front. So it sneaks out. 1, circles to the front. 2, bring it home. 3, 4. Other side. 5, 6, and I put my hand on the chair as needed. 7, 8. Now with the same arm and leg, reach. 1, circle. 2, on the horizon. 3, 4. Other side. 5, 6, 7, 8. So remember, I'm starting with my second side. I swim. 1, 2, across the top of that water. 3, 4. Then I scan the horizon. 5, as I swivel. 6, 7, 8. And you can still be swiveling as you brush. 1, the wave goes out and comes back in. 2, 3, 4. Second wave. 5, 6, 7, 8. Third wave lifts you up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it laps the shore. 5, 6, 7, 8. I swing again. Big wave. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then wave laps the shores. 6, 7, 8. Last wave, it's always the third one. 1, I sit down. 2, 3, 4. I wave. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now when you do that wave, there are lots of different ways you can do it. So I'm sort of leading with my elbow and my hand is following. You could go sideways with it. You could also wave with your weight, shifting back and forth. Remember, this chair is here for support, so I always want to come back to that place, especially when I reach out. When I reach out, I want to be long and tall. You can keep that back foot on the floor, so please keep that. So you have 2 feet on the ground as you take that stretch. So let's try that all together with some music. One, two, three. One leg reaches forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other leg. 5, 6, 7. Now with the arms swimming. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 5, 6, 7. One arm swims across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I scan. 6, 7, 8. And I brush. 1. Reaching up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and wave. 5, 6, 7, 8. Swing and reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, and wave. 5, 6, 7, 8. Swing and reach. 1. Slowly, carefully sit, and then I wave back. Other leg is going to reach to the side. Bring it front and in. Other side, side. Round, front, bring it in. With the arm, reach. 2, 3, 4. Other side, reach. 6, 7, 8. Swim across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I scan the horizon. 6, 7, 8. And I brush. 2, 3, 4. And I brush. 6, 7. One more brush to stand. Brush. Reach up. Reach long, reach tall, and wave. 6, 7, 8. Swing and reach. 2, 3, 4, and wave. 6, 7, 8. Swing and reach. Lower, 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 and wave. Very nice. So I'm going to ask us all to stand individually, and I'm going to return to that place where I was, to the side of the chair. So I'm going to take one hand across, like a swim. I'm going to sweep it across the top of a calm, placid pool. The other hand is going to come to my forehead, and I'm going to look a little bit higher to that horizon. And then I'm going to brush, reach, use this chair for support to get myself up. And then as that hand slowly softens and falls back to my side, I'm going to walk so I can stand behind my chair. So I'm ready. I can use this chair as I would a ballet bar. Now I'm going to move this chair so that you can see my legs. And then I'll return this chair to the position, because this is the position that I recommend that you use. But for the time being, I'm just going to swivel it to the side so that you can see what my feet and my legs are doing. So I'm standing in parallel. So both of my knees, my toes are all facing forward. I like to put a little bit of space. There's a little more stability when you have space here. And we're going to practice something that we did in video 3, so similar footwork that we did seated. I'm going to begin with a march. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'm going to brush one foot. Brush, brush, stomp. I'll do the other foot. Brush, brush, stomp. So I have a bend in the knee of the gesture leg stomp, and brush, brush, stomp. Then heel toe. My standing leg is going to plie. My gesture leg is going to rotate as it reaches out. So this leg is bending and I go straight forward, but I open my body to the side as I put that heel down. Then I bring it back into parallel. Then I reach out again, so I've got rotation on one leg, and I put the whole thing together. So my legs come together. Then I do the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the last thing is I take one leg back behind me. At this point you'll have both hands on the chair, so I'll reach it back behind me. I'll reach the heel to the ground. You don't have to put the heel on the ground. It's going to depend on your flexibility. The front knee is bent, and it's all lined up, so I want to be careful that I don't take that knee to one side or the other. So you want to make sure that you can comfortably bend that front knee. And we have 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very slowly get there, and then coming back 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll start the whole thing again. Now I will say right and left because I want to make sure that we get both sides. If you do the right when I do the left, perfectly fine, and vice versa. So I'm going to move this chair back so you can see the way that I use it, and that we have appropriate support from that chair as we do this. This can also be done at a ballet bar, and as I said, it can be done with the chair beside you. It just sometimes if it's beside you, might get in the way when you take that sideward motion. So I'm going to start with my right leg with a march. Here we go. March 1, 2, and I'm picking the feet up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brush the right foot. So I brush, brush, and stomp. Then the left foot. Brush, brush, and stomp. And the right. Brush, brush, and stomp. And the left. Reach out to the side with the heel. Heel. Toe. Heel. Set it down. And left. Heel. Toe. Heel and set it down. My right leg reaches back. 2, 3, 4. I bring it in. March left foot. Here we go. Pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brush with the left. I brush, a brush, brush and stomp. Then the other foot. Brush and stomp. And brush, brush, stomp. Brush, brush, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Set it down. And the right leg, toe, heel, set it down. Reach the left leg back. 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Let's do it again with the right so you can see. Your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brush right foot. Brush, brush and stomp. Left. Brush, brush and stomp. Right. Brush, brush and stomp. Left. Brush. Heel and toe. Heel. Toe. Heel. Set it down. Other side. Heel. Toe. Heel. Set it down. Right leg. Reach back. 2, 3, 4. And bring it in. Last set. Start with the left. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And brush with the left. A brush, brush and stomp. Right leg. Brush, brush and stomp. Brush, brush and stomp. Brush, brush. Heel and toe. Heel, toe, heel. Set it down. Other side. Heel, toe, heel. Left leg reaches back. 2, 3, 4. And bring it in. We're done. All right. The last thing we're going to do is shifting weight back and forth from side to side. Once again, I do want to have the chair in front of the body, and I will, this is designed to move to one side of the chair and then to the other side of the chair. So some of the things I will demonstrate by moving the chair because I really want you to see what's happening with my pelvis and my legs. But I also want to give you an idea of space and how you're using space around you. So we just got done with those marches. And I want to work with extending the legs as we did from the seated position. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it'll be the same tempo. So as before we had marched 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of marching, we'll be taking one leg out in front of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Then we'll take 2 steps to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll return to the chair. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll take it to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Return to the chair. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we'll do that again, and I'm going to add one thing to it. So again with the side step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same leg that you started to move away from the chair. You rock forward. Rock forward 5. Keep that toe on the ground. Rock back 6. And then 3 stomps, 7 and 8. I return to the chair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing to the other side. So side together, side together. Rock forward, back, and a stomp, stomp, stomp. Return to the chair. 2, 3, and 4. So if we put that all together with a little bit of music, that's part one. So let's try just that much. So one leg, reach it forward, 1, 2, bring it back, 4, other side, 6, 7, let's do that again, reach it forward, 2, bring it back, 4, reach it forward, 2, bring it back, side step, side, together, return to the chair, together, side and other side we go, away from the chair, side, together, and return to the chair, side, we'll repeat that and add on side, together, side, rock, forward, I rock, back, stomp, 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 return to the chair, take the other side, 1, 2, 3, rock, forward, rock, rock, stomp, 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 and return to the chair, reach the legs out, so reach forward, and back, other side, forward, and back, repeat that, it goes forward, and back, last time, and forward, and back, rest. So I add a little bit each time, so we have that stretching forward, so calm, 2, 3, 4, calm, 2, 3, 4, and those legs are they're right underneath my pelvis, a little bit of space to keep me stable, and then from that place of being together, I step to the side, either to one side or the other. Now, it doesn't matter which one because you're going to go in both directions. So let's add part 2. Part 2, we're working with one leg reaching away from the body. And again, I'm just going to move this chair so you can get a better look at what's happening. One leg reaching away from the body and legs bending, one leg bending at the same time. So in this one, I'm going to reach one leg out to the side, and the leg that stays behind is going to bend at the knee. It's going to flex or plie. And then I bring that back in. So it's going to go 1 and 2. And I'll look in the direction that I'm going. 3 and 4. Do it again. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now, I like to use a little bit of my hip as I do that. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now we'll take a lunge. So instead of staying where we are and reaching out a leg, we're going to reach out a leg and go to it. Now when I reach out that leg, I'm going to rotate it. So right now I'm in parallel. When I reach out that leg, I'm going to rotate. So you may recognize this from some of the work that you do with Shar, that you have like a warrior pose, for example. So as I reach out with that leg, I'm going to scoop with my arm. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to repeat it. So my arm reaches out with my leg, my palm is up, I scoop and I toss, and it comes back to the chair. I reach, I scoop, and I toss, and I come back to the chair. And then I'll repeat the side with the hip, up, side with the hip, up, side with the hip, up, side with the hip, up. And again, scoop, and reach, and toss, return to the chair. Scoop, and reach, and toss, return to the chair. Okay? So that's part 2. Let's do part 1 and add part 2 to it. Remember that in the beginning of each section, we have this reaching out, this stretching, lengthening of the legs. So then that complements the bending that we're doing throughout the rest of the piece. 5, 6, one leg, reach it out long in front of you. 1, 2, and bring it back home. Other side, reach out and slide back home again. Reach out, slide back home and reach out. Take a step to the side. It goes step together, step, return to the chair. Step together, step, other side, and step together, step, return to the chair. Step together, repeat that and add the rock. 1, 2, 3, rock forward, forward, back, stomp, 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 and return to the chair. Take it to the other side. 1, 2, 3, rock, step, forward, back, stomp, 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 return to the chair, 2, 3, length of the legs, reach 1, out, bring it back home, other side, reach it out, bring it back in, and reach out, bring it back in, last reach, out, bring it, hip, out to the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, take a lunge, reach, scoop, toss, bring it back, reach, scoop, toss, bring it back again, reach, scoop, toss, and home, reach, scoop, toss, hip to the side, hip and in, hip and in, hip and in, hip and scoop and lunge, scoop, toss, return, scoop, toss, one more time each side, scoop, toss and return, and scoop, toss, lift, lengthen the legs one more time, reach it out, bring it back in, reach the leg out, bring it back in, reach the leg out, bring it back in, reach the leg out, and bring it back in. Well done. So my next video is going to be a combination. I won't provide the instruction that I have in all the previous videos, but I'll run all the way through the beginning of class and up through standing work so that you can have an uninterrupted version. And I'll do 2 different versions, so I'll do some different standing. I'll choose from the seated and the standing work that I've done so far, and I'll put that all together for you. So, as always, a pleasure to dance with you. I hope that you're well, and we will be seeing one another again soon. Bye.